Welcome to the Beyond Jiu-Jitsu podcast, episode number 92. Today, we're talking about what's in my bag.
What's in my bag?
My name is Kieren, and I'm joined by my co-host, black belt, owner, operator of Alliance Sydney, Adam Charles.
Occasional attendee of Alliance Sydney, Adam Charles. No, that's not true. I'm there all the time. Bro, turn me down. I'm so loud in my head.
Ooh, which one are you on?
I don't
This
know,
one?
bro. No.
Yep.
No. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. There you go.
God, hate
So
hearing
loud.
myself at a regular
I hate
volume,
hearing you too.
let alone cranked up like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to talk about what's in my bag.
What's in my gym bag? What do I take to the jits?
Now you're too quiet. Turn yourself up.
Oh,
Can't
fuck.
hear you. You'd
There
think
you
we
go.
would have a handle on this by episode
man.
92.
Yeah.
No, we do, but my headset's been playing up, so we have to be like switching stuff around, and it's gotten all out of whack.
There we go.
Yeah, it's perfect now.
Excellent.
What's in my bag? What do you take to the gym? We've done ages ago. We spoke about what to take to the competition. Snacks is what you take.
Food.
Right?
Yeah.
How good was my analogy last night about your head position when you're on the back? And I was like, your choking head needs to be able to feed you a snack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
brilliant.
but what do you put in your bag to the gym? We kind of got onto this topic because we were talking about whether you should wear a mouth guard or not.
Yeah.
And then that led to talking about we've got one guy in the gym, Kuba, gets hit in the nuts so often. Like, I don't even know how, but we've started, you even just say, oh, you got Kuba'd.
Yeah.
Right? Because you just, man,
It's a verb now.
like it's weird.
Yeah.
And he just must have the most mega nuts because he just gets hit everywhere from any position. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
I
He cops a groin strike
yeah.
often.
And then, I've had people ask over the years, just people ask, should I wear a cup? And so anyway, just got on to talking about protective equipment and tape and then just, do you take this shit to the gym? So step one, get a bag,
Yeah.
right?
Get one that has a BJJ sticker or a patch on it.
Your bag's weird because you've got
Makes
like
you
an
cool.
American flag on it.
That's nothing wrong with that. I got the Australian flag as well.
Oh, why do you have the American flag?
What's wrong with the American flag? Be aware that 80% of our listeners
Yeah.
come from the United States.
Yeah.
This is like crickets. This would be a perfect opportunity for crickets.
I know. I would just had like one of those like images of Peter from Family Guy, just like trying to think how do I dig myself out of this hole.
Moving swiftly along, get yourself a bag.
Yeah, I don't rate your bag.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that's a great gym bag. It's a fine backpack, but it's not a great gym bag. It's
Explain
like
yourself.
it's just a terrible shape. It's a terrible shape for a gym bag. I don't rate it at all. It's just like looks like you've got your.
But I can't have
looks
one of
like you've
those
got
like
your
sling
school-
bags on the motorbike.
No, you can't.
That's why I went with the backpack. And
Yeah,
not,
but
I have a gym bag proper in I have one like the classic duffel bag for the gym that I used to take to the actual gym, weightlifting. And I'd cram all sorts of random shit in there. But on the motorbike, I can't wear that, bro.
No, you do need a backpack on the motorbike, but your backpack looks like it's got your school lunch in it too.
Mate, it's a tactical bag.
So I'm ready whenever
It's got patches on it, bro. Come on. It's tactical.
no one messes with me. It's got flags
Yeah,
and
and
shit
it's
on
bright blue to represent my blue belt. I'll get a purple one soon. A couple of years.
Did you actually buy a blue one?
Yeah,
You got a
it's-
blue belt?
Yeah, it's blue.
But was it that intentional? Was it like, I got my blue belt?
Well,
Yeah,
the
my
other
blue
color
one.
was black, and I wanted to stand out.
Yeah.
I was on sale, bro. It was on sale, all right, because no one wanted the fucking blue bags, so it was like 50% off. All right, that's the real
Like,
reason.
fine, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll
Jesus.
take the fucking
Can I put a flag on it? I can. All right.
United States. Boom.
Well, yeah. So what do you put in? What do you? Obviously, I don't need to say. Well, your gi or your rash guard. Okay.
Yeah.
What? I have a feeling you put more stuff in your bag than I put in mine.
Oh, I put way more shit. And I've been influenced by, basically bringing so much crap to like gym as in fitness, because like you can bring belts and all sorts of shit. Like that's for another podcast.
Oh, you mean like weightlifting?
Yeah,
belts,
weightlifting. Yeah, all sorts of stuff. But yeah, I bring a lot of shit. So first and foremost, I think the one thing I want to talk about first is, I said first a lot, a dry bag to put your stinky geese after you have finished training. Like you can get away with like a Coles bag, a plastic shopping bag or whatever, but I just have a dry bag, to keep everything, all the smell out of the actual bag. Because the first
be a
bag,
bit more like I know what you mean, but what actually is a dry bag?
Well,
I know what you mean,
like a waterproof bag. So
Yeah.
it's like a bag that is designed to be obviously waterproof, and it rolls up at the top. It's got a nice little clip on it. You can use that just as a bag on its own.
Sounds more expensive than a plastic bag.
It is, but it lasts longer. So it keeps the smell out, because the first backpack that I used on my motorcycle training, I didn't put
they get
oh
rank.
my God, that was the biggest mistake.
Yeah.
That bag's destroyed now. I had to throw it out, so can't use that anymore. But
Yeah,
I learned my lesson.
Yeah, so you can do that, or I used to have like one of the compartments in the bag was a waterproof or dry bag portion of the bag.
I got the same.
And then once the bag overall got a bit nasty anyway, I'll just chuck the whole bag in the washing machine.
Yeah, that works.
But yeah, you can get those sort of bags from like surf shops.
Yeah.
Because surf shops usually always have like a backpack from a Rip Curl shop or Billabong shop or something will typically always have a section of the backpack that's waterproof for obvious reasons, so people can put their wetsuits and shit in there.
Yeah.
And yeah, because otherwise your bag gets rank, bro.
It's so bad.
Rank.
So.
Yeah, and it sucks when you even like if you forget to put a dry bag or a plastic bag in there, and then you're like, oh man, you can get away a little bit with your gi, but when it's your rash guard after,
They hold so much water, bro. It's gross.
dude, so gross.
Fucking rank.
Yeah, pretty rank.
Yeah.
Oh god, you just speaking of rank, gross stuff. I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole, but I watched on Netflix like Jackass 4.5
I haven't
the
seen
other
it
day
yet.
because I didn't see the newest one, Jackass Forever.
Oh, I
but
thought
they
that's the one
had
you were talking about.
no, that is the newest one. But they
Right.
had so much content from it that got cut that they released Jackass 4.5. So it's technically newer than the newest one, but it's a semi sort of making of Jackass Forever and some bits that didn't make the actual film.
Yeah.
Bro, they had some typical, very gross stuff.
Yes, I love
but
Jackass.
hilarious.
I
It's on
have to
Netflix. Watch it. It's,
I'm gonna watch
I
it,
haven't
yeah.
seen the newest movie though. Which
It's
I
a
want.
type of movie that I wouldn't be able to watch with my fiance home, because
Oh, my wife would not watch it at all.
she doesn't like air quote boy humor.
Yeah.
Like, oh, is this boy humor?
Oh,
yeah,
you farted.
yeah, exactly. Oh, poo poo, pee pee.
We so stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
Anyway, yeah. So anyway, that's gross. Yeah, it makes your bag pretty rank.
Mm.
So okay, moving on. What do you have besides your dry bag? in
Okay,
there?
this is let's just bring up what we originally brought up the whole episode about mouth guard. So I have a mouth guard, and a big advocate of wearing a mouth guard for jiu-jitsu.
I know someone. You also know him, JT.
Mm.
Most of our long-time listeners would know who we mean, but JT, the co-founder of Bulletproof for BJJ, one of our good friends, man, he's like, no, you have to have a mouth guard. Not as in he won't let you train if you don't have one, but he's like, you got to get a mouth
Yeah,
guard.
totally.
Whereas I'm not the opposite, as in it's not like I tell people don't wear a
yeah.
mouth guard, but I'm like, man, who fucking cares? When people ask me,
Yeah.
I just say, well, it's up to you.
Mm.
But I do say, if you are going to get a mouth guard, do not get a boil and bite.
They're terrible.
If you don't know what I mean by a boil and bite, they're the ones where you just go to a generic sporting goods store, buy a generic mouth guard. You typically put them in boiling or hot water to soften them up, and then you put it in your mouth,
And
bite
bite
down and try to like mold it to
Yeah.
your teeth. And I mean, I don't know. I guess you could argue it's probably, I'm not a dentist, but I assume better than no mouth guard, but they're pretty crap.
Man,
they
it's-
fall out and they
You
fall
choke
apart.
on them. They're terrible, man.
Most dentists, you can get a proper mouth guard, and if you have private healthcare, usually you get a bit of money back, and at least here in Australia, won't set you back too much, and then they last much longer, and they're much more comfortable.
Oh yeah, yeah.
In saying that, I don't use a mouth guard.
That's fair enough.
But that one time every 2 years or whatever where I get smashed in the face and cut my lip or whatever, I'm like, damn it, I should have a mouth guard.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's offset by the other, 2 years that tick by where I get to train without one, and I'm way more comfortable.
I'm uncomfortable rolling without one now. It's like the reverse. Yeah. I've accidentally competed, like being late for it and being such a rush. Like my first ever comp, I forgot to have my mouth guard in. And I competed without it, and halfway through the match, I realized and felt really like real off put. I felt bad about it.
Imagine if you just like turned around and just ran, just started running, and then it's like, where's he going?
Totally get DQ'd. Totally get DQ'd.
Yeah, I wonder actually, now that I think about it, I wonder if I don't that I don't enjoy wearing a mouth guard because of my sinus, So for years and years and years, as long as I can remember, I've had a really chronic deviated septum, like where your sinus is all bent and broken and you can't breathe through your nose properly. So I have, for as long as I can, I can breathe through my nose, but definitely not once, the heart rate gets up. So I have been, for as long as I can remember, quote, mouth breather,
you are a mouth
as
breather,
they say, right? And even though now I've had the deviated septum surgery, you're trying to undo 36 years of breathing a certain way. It's hard to, and even then, different story, but the surgery didn't go super well and blah, blah, blah. I wonder if that's also why I don't really like wearing a mouth guard, because it's just an extra obstruction for me, kind of in my airway. I wonder if that plays a factor.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I played
Call Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil. Let's analyze this guy. I played a lot of rugby growing up, and it's in the rules you have to have a mouth guard.
You do.
You have to.
Yeah.
So they're all boil and bite though. They're terrible. But I got the idea in my mind that no, contact sport, you must have a mouth guard, and I feel safe with a mouth guard in. And it's kind of like that headgear argument, how they say like in rugby headgear's bad because it gives you a false sense of security. So there's actually a more likelihood that you'll have a head injury.
Do they say that?
Yeah. They've done studies on it. So basically it's like it's a false sense of security, and it offers you no protection. For those people, international listeners, we're not talking about like NFL helmets. We're talking about like just a very thin padded foam headpiece, headgear that people wear in rugby and rugby league and those sports. They've done research that suggests that it actually promotes head trauma because the wearer will have a false sense of security and safety on their head, and they'll be more likely to take risks and go headfirst into situations.
Yeah, so, right.
I don't know. I don't think that applies as with a mouth guard, but it comes in handy. Like sometimes in a really bad spot, I just bite down on the mouth guard and just go. Funnily enough, I have to mention this. I wasn't going to talk about it, but last night when you and I were rolling, I was in a difficult spot where I think you were in mount or something like that, and you were just putting a lot of pressure down through my face. I think you were trying to go for a head arm choke or something along those lines. And I don't remember
this, but anyway.
I
remember being in your closed guard for ages because we were drilling something specific.
Yeah, it was the roll before that, the first roll we did.
Okay.
Yeah, so you were on top, and I can't remember the exact situation. We were in gi, and I went to bite down on my mouth guard, and I shit you not, I nearly bit your fucking chest, bro.
Did you? I didn't even notice.
It's so gross. I nearly munched out, and I had normally you don't think a lot when you're getting smashed in jiu-jitsu, you just think about the situation, but I had this thought fuck, what if I accidentally bit him? And he thought that I bit him on purpose? I had this little scenario player where you're like, what the fuck, bro? You just bit me. Full Mike Tyson.
That would have been funny.
Oh, man, it's so gross. So I use the mouth guard to just fucking bite down and go sometimes. So
yeah, I wonder.
It helps.
I wonder how I would feel if they ever changed the rules. If they ever said in the rules, okay, you have to wear a mouth guard.
Yeah.
It's funny. There's actually quite it's been too long, Kieren, since I've brought up Formula One on this Jiu-Jitsu podcast, but it's actually quite funny at the moment. The FIA, the governing body of Formula One, starting to actually now implement a rule that's always been there. They've just never enforced the rule. Sorry, enforce is the correct word, not implement. They're starting to enforce a rule that has always been there that's just been ignored, which is that drivers can't wear any jewelry.
Oh, okay.
When racing.
It's like a safety thing.
Yeah, they say it's for a safety thing because it can get in the way if they're needing to remove it. I don't know, think a gold chain or earrings or something. It can get in the way if medics are having to remove the driver from a car, or it can increase burn risk and whatever, all that sort of stuff. Anyway, Lewis Hamilton, You know who Lewis Hamilton is,
I
right?
do.
Yeah. He's saying, "Nah, man, I ain't removing my jewelry," because he's got like nose piercings and he's got earrings and heaps of stuff, and he's kind of digging his heels in. And then the FIA are like, "Well, you're going to cop, you're going to cop the fines, which are whatever, you know, for a sport like that. I think it'll probably be like $20,000 a race or something that
he'll pay that."
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen.
Man, if you're that balling, you can.
And
do
then
that,
now people are saying like, "Oh, they're ganging up against Hamilton and blah blah blah." Anyway, I got to that because I wonder how I would feel if they changed the rules to say you have to wear a mouth guard. I don't know. I think to some degree I'd be like, yeah, whatever, it's fine.
I think it should be up to the individual. So long as it doesn't pose any risk on your opponent, which it doesn't, I think it should be up to the individual. I think they make it mandatory in rugby because you're dealing with like children, essentially, like under 18.
But there's also just so much compared to jiu-jitsu, so much head impact.
Yeah.
Same as why in MMA and boxing, it's mandatory.
Right, yeah.
If the mouth guard comes out in an MMA fight, right, you'll notice the ref will stop the fight so the fighter can, can put the mouth guard back in. Because there's intentional head trauma.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas in jiu-jitsu, there's not intentional head trauma.
Yeah, but the amount of knees I've copped to the mouth, like, anyway, I feel better with one.
Well, yeah, like that's because when you were talking about the study they did with rugby about going in head first, it actually, while you were telling that story, I was thinking in my head, God, like luckily you don't wear headgear because you were already charging head first with a false sense of security. Imagine if you had headgear on as well.
I cop so many black eyes, and I always have like a black eye, something just copping a knee from just fucking throwing my face into a pressure pass.
You do defend things with your face a lot.
Yeah. I like it.
It's worked out so far.
It worked out great. I mean, my ears suck, but everything else is good.
Yeah. So you take a mouth guard. I don't wear a mouth guard. I remember I did for a very brief period as a white belt. But like I said, maybe I find it more uncomfortable than others because I am a mouth breather.
You are a mouth breather. You are pretty.
A still smasher.
Yeah, bro. Mouth breather smash.
Yeah. But anyway, I don't wear a mouth guard. Do you have any other protective gear?
I have tape. I have finger tape. But see, this is the weird thing. I didn't realize, this is me being ignorant. When I got the finger tape when I was a white belt, I thought people wore the finger tape to protect their fingers from cuts and like gi burn. I didn't realize that it was to protect and strengthen the joints. So you used to take the piss out of me. Oh, he's wearing finger tape, the pussy.
I was not calling you a pussy because you didn't want to get cuts. I'm calling you a pussy for having to protect your joints. And your fingers.
I didn't realize that was that's what it was for. So I was using them as like makeshift band-aids, bro. I'm not even kidding. I was like wrapping up the gi burn of my fingers so I could still grip through the cut. And that's what I thought they were for. And I'd see all these people with these intricate like things around their joints. I'm like, man, they're really concerned about their fingers.
Kieren's looking, how'd you get cut there?
Yeah. What the fuck? What are you doing? Why is it? How is that even like a band-aid, bro? So the whole time I use finger tape is just to cover up the scrapes on the ends of my fingers.
Imagine if you should come in one day and then I don't know if you've seen this, but if you've ever worked in hospitality or in kitchens at all, there's essentially little finger condoms that chefs use. So if a chef has a cut, right, they can put a Band-Aid and then it's essentially just like a finger condom, right? Imagine if you come in with like 5, you're like, you don't even tape anymore. You just wear finger condoms. You're like, yeah, bro, because the cuts on my fingers.
Yeah. I don't know when I realized. I think I realized during the podcast probably when you mentioned like it's to protect joints. Like you probably just said it in passing and then the light bulb. But yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Funny. So I don't wrap my fingers, but I have like 3 rolls of finger tape.
Is that something you just have in your bag or you use the tape?
I only use it when I get the cuts. Like I literally just use it for that.
So
like
we've just had this conversation and you still continue to use the tape as a makeshift Band-Aid.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because it stays on, man. The Band-Aids don't stay on.
It does.
But like you could put a Band-Aid on.
But it's funny you say that. That is, I rarely tape my joints, and almost never my fingers. I've never really need to. So like all those tape that people do with the little X's and stuff are very specific to the just protecting or reinforcing the joint of that finger. If you ever see me with taped fingers, it's only if I've injured one finger and I'll tape it to the next finger as if it's broken. But otherwise, for tape, if I'm taping joints, it's really only if I've got if I've properly hurt my wrist, and then I'll go as far to like shave it so I can tape it every session, because anyone who's taped enough knows that like, God, man, the thought of taping your knee without shaving it first, if that doesn't bother you, you're not using good tape because good tape without shaving is brutal.
I have flashbacks from my ankle injury where I used to tape that every session.
You got to
rip my hair off.
You got to shave, bro, beforehand.
Right.
But back to Band-Aids. Yeah, like if I had a cut or whatever, I would put a Band-Aid and then tape over the Band-Aid. People who use, guys, you can't just put a Band-Aid on and think you're then going to be able to train. That shit's coming straight off. It's a Band-Aid. You need to put some sort of, I guess, like water resistant-ish tape over the top of it.
And if you don't put the Band-Aid on, if you just tape directly on it, when you pull it off, it hurts a lot.
Bro, don't do that.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Stupid.
It's very stupid. Band-Aid, then tape.
Tape. What else is in your bag?
I have a first aid kit, even though I don't really need
Do
one.
you?
Yeah. Look, I got this off the Bulletproof guys.
Why do you have a first aid kit?
It's more for comps.
Okay,
because you don't want to go over to the medic station. Like if you had like a little, say you did want a Band-Aid or something like that, and you're in between divisions. Yeah, you got a boo-boo, and you know, because I always get cut up on comps, my fingers. And you don't want to, go to the fucking medic station for a fucking boo-boo. You go, you have a first aid kit there. I have one in my car as well. I don't know. I just like first aid kits. What's it like them?
You're like, I've got 7. It's fine.
Carry one on my person.
Like, I mean, first aid kit is in. It's got a sling. It's got
look, honestly, I probably should take it out. I don't really see myself needing it because you have one at the gym. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if ever I'm on my way to the gym on my motorbike and there's an incident, I'm a first aid responder. I'm equipped and ready to go. I might save a life, Adam.
When I did my first aid certificate a while ago, they were talking about, and I'm just there for the formality of, okay, I just need a first aid certificate and refresher on CPR. And I've already forgotten what they changed the rules, not the rules, but whatever is the advice. I think I remember when I did mine, the instructor even went as far as saying like, in Australia, we recommend you do it like this, but in America, they'll recommend you do it like this. Like it's different, right? And it changes. Anyway, they were like, if you attend a scene and blah, 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 and someone's, stomach organs and intestines are coming out of their stomach or whatever, don't try to push them back in. And I'm like, bruh, I am not here to like push someone's intestines back in. Like that is, I ain't first responding to some crash where someone's intestines are coming out. And imagine you pulling out your little zip.
Zip.
You've got your little first aid. Don't worry, guys. I got this.
I have my organ bandages. Yeah, bro. Straight up. So I mean, I don't really know why I have that in there, but I have heaps of other shit.
Just to carry stuff, bro.
Yeah, man. I have
heaps of other shit. Go on.
Nail clippers.
Yes, bro. Yes,
I have nail clippers.
I typically have in my gym bag. First, hang on. This is pretty much going to be what's in your gym bag.
And what's in your gym.
Yeah, because my gym bag's my gym.
Yeah.
I've actually gotten so tired of putting my gi in and out of my bag that now when I leave the house to go to the gym, I just grab my gi. I don't because I leave my belts at the gym. I've got a first aid kit at the gym. There's nail clippers at the gym. There's tape at the gym. I don't use a mouth guard. But so the flip side of that is if I were then to go to an open mat at a different gym or whatever, I would have to pack a bag.
Right.
But in my day-to-day life, I don't even use a gym bag anymore.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, go on. So heaps of shit. So we got
nail clippers. It's like a little
nail clippers for sure, bro.
Yeah.
You got to have nail clippers because sometimes I find the average person is pretty good with keeping. I don't come across, at least in our gym, many students who I'm like, dude, you scratch me, you got to cut your nails.
I get anxiety about it.
But sometimes, I mean, it happens to me sometimes, even the fact I'm in the gym every day, I'll rock up and kind of, maybe I'm just in the middle of the class and I don't know, like catch my, like actually notice my nails and be like, oh, fuck, I probably should have cut them.
Yeah.
Like they're not grotesquely long, of course, but they're at that sort of, like anything that grows, you have that window of like, oh, do I need a haircut today or can it wait till tomorrow? And sometimes you have that conversation with your nails. You'll be like, should I cut them? Oh, no, I'll cut them tomorrow.
If you have to have that conversation, I'd say just do it. Yeah.
But, you know, like sometimes you do it too early and then that forces you to cut them too short accidentally. Bro, that is last episode, painful. Excuses not to train. Whoa, that's a doozy. Cutting your nails too short.
Just tape it, man.
Take a week off.
I hate that. And then you get that cut, man, and then they split and, it's the worst for jits.
Yeah. But nail clippers because sometimes you forget or, you know.
You got to file them back as well. Like you can't just cut them. You got to like get rid of the sharp edges.
Dude, I do that too.
Yeah, you got to file back the sharp edges.
I don't I don't spend a lot of time. I cut them and then I just go, I remember once I was cutting my nails in the gym. Yeah. And by the way, if you cut your nails in the gym, you then throw out the nail clippings. Like, I don't think that needs to be said, but well, they're not that. They're just nails, bro. Yeah, do you find it gross?
Oh, like, okay. So you're mid-roll. All of a sudden, I got something in my mouth.
Oh, no. Bro, that's gross.
Bro. You don't want that shit on the mat.
No, but I mean, like, I'll sit on the mat and cut my nails.
That you got to collect every single one.
Yeah, I do.
Put down a tissue or something. Collect them in the tissue and then fold up the tissue, mate.
How, bro?
Stop being a grub.
But how how is that any different? Like, let's say I cut my nail clipping right now.
Yeah.
And then that nail clipping touched the table.
Nah, bro, you do it into the bin.
How's that any different than my nail touching your table right now?
Completely different. It's separated. It's no longer a part of your body.
Right now, am I making you sick, Kieren?
No, it's no longer a part of your body.
Am I making you sick, Kieren?
It's
all on your my nails are all on your table.
If you take a shit on my chair, how is that different to you sitting on the chair with the shit inside of you? How is that different?
One is inside and the other's outside. One
is attached to your nail, one is not.
No, it's very different.
Nah, bro, that's fucked. So if I find some nail clippers on the mat and I get one in my mouth, I know who to blame.
All I've taken from this is that you think nail clippings are the same as feces. That's all.
Straight up.
But anyway,
start calling it nail.
You're probably like this dude. I remember years ago, God, I was backpacking and I met this dude. I was like, bro, can I borrow your nail clippers? And he was like, no, man, you can't share those things. And I was like, it's fine, bro. And he was like, no, man. Like as if I was asking to use his toothbrush.
What?
And I was like, all right. So I went next door because I was working at this place. Like you all lived in the same sort of block of apartments.
Yeah.
So I went like next door to like, if anyone would be kind of like ew about it, not to stereotype, but you'd think it'd be chicks would be more like ew about that sort of thing than dudes. And I was like, can I borrow your nail clippers? And they're like, yeah.
Like, I don't see a problem with that. Yeah, it's weird. Anyway, nail clippers are good to have.
Bro.
It's something that you just don't think about until you need them.
That's right.
Yeah,
you're like, fuck.
That's why you got to bring them.
Yeah. So that's a great addition to your gym bag.
Yep.
Nail clippers.
Next, I have Hydrolite. I have.
Do you like the tablets?
Yep. Yeah. I bring it's like one of those tubes.
It's expensive, man.
It is, but I only use them as like a quote emergency backup. Like if I need them, like
I need to hydrate. Some emergency.
Dying emergency. Yeah, so I have a thing of Hydrolite just in case we're doing like a particular hectic session. I'm like just hitting the wall.
I'm not sure if that's an international product or not.
Yeah, it is. But electrolytes. Right. It's just electrolyte powders. Normally, if I know it's going to be an intense session or I'm doing the double, I'll bring a dedicated like carb and electrolyte powder with me, but they're just in my bag as backup.
Can I go a little off topic and ask you just you're from I assume you'll know the answer to this being a nutritionist. What exactly is Berocca?
Berocca?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Berocca, depending on which one.
So the reason I'm asking this, people who don't know, Berocca are similar tablets like that you put in water and they fizz up.
Think about it like a multivitamin combined with, I think they have like an electrolyte complex, but think of it more like a multivitamin.
Right, okay.
A lot of it's vitamin C. That's why whenever you have a Berocca and your pee comes out bright yellow, that's why, because you're just peeing out all the excess vitamin C that you didn't absorb.
Right.
So most of the time those tablets are just a vitamin complex. A lot of time vitamin B complex and vitamin C, a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, that's all it is most of the time, but a little bit different from the electrolyte powders.
Yeah, that's how I sell all my Gatorades. Yeah. Make sure we have a hectic session.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, straight up. So I have a thing of electrolyte or some form of electrolyte tablets in there. Okay, so what else do I have in there? I got a bunch of other shit. I'll obviously bring thongs with me as well.
Do you?
Yeah, I have thongs in my bag. Yep.
You already have a lot of shit in your bag.
Mate, I'm not even done yet.
Yeah, okay. I get that if for a comp bag,
Yep.
to have thongs?
They're just always in there. I have 2 pairs of thongs, my like daily drivers, if you will.
You have 2 pairs of thongs in your bag?
No. I own 2 pairs of flip flops.
okay.
We're talking flip flops here for the United States people. Yeah, so I have my my Kmart thongs in the bag. Yeah, ready to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
But why were you mentioning that you have own 2 pairs? Were you,
No, I wanted to flex, right?
Was that just a brag? 2 pairs.
It's a humble brag, bro. It was a humble brag.
No, not one. I went to Kmart twice.
Yeah, bro. 2 pairs of Kmart thongs.
On 2 separate occasions,
Bro, don't worry,
I
bro.
walked out of there
I'm
with
actually
thongs.
wearing Crocs right now.
And you've got a pair of Crocs.
I'm not. They're literally on my feet.
You balling.
I'm balling, bro. Call me Jake. So,
How often when you come to the gym
Hmm.
would you take the thongs out of your bag and use them?
once.
In 2 years.
Yeah.
Paid off.
Exactly. Once.
You could go back into Kmart and return them.
I-
These haven't been used.
Because why are they dusty? The communal thongs for the bathroom in the gym, they fit me perfectly. They're the perfect size for me. So I wear the.
They were
I wear them.
yours.
Yeah, I wear them. Yeah, so I have a pair of thongs. A lot of the time, this comes in and out of my bag, but it's more in there often than not. Is a towel. And this is just to get the excess sweat off my head to try and keep my helmet less disgusting. My motorcycle helmet is fucking rank.
Oh my God, bro. It is so gross.
It is rank. I've actually cleaned it. I've been cleaning it every day after I wear it now with antibacterial wipes. So I'm getting on top of it.
Just
but
put the whole fucking helmet in your washing
Yeah, bro.
machine and just let it go. Ka-dung, ka-dung, ka-dung,
That's actually a good
go
idea.
around.
I'll put it in with like towels or something.
Bro, I don't know, man. Just
Probably not.
just
Probably not.
throw it out.
Yeah, bro. Nah, it's like a fucking $300 helmet. You could jam it.
More. That's like a $600 helmet. It's
It
a good
actually is,
helmet.
yeah.
It's just you've ruined it.
I have ruined it. So I've been trying to clean my helmet, and I bring like a microfiber towel or a
You know
cloth or
what you
something.
should do? You should, before you put your helmet on, wear a shower cap. Put a shower cap on and then put your
Bro,
helmet on.
it'll be all greasy, man. It'll be all like slippery. That's gross.
Can't be more gross than
See
your
little
helmet.
frills poking out.
Imagine.
Oh man, yeah. So I bring a towel. It has come in handy when I'm like really fucking really rank.
Okay, I'm on board with the towel being in there.
Yeah. A lot of the time, this may be a little bit overboard. But I have a spare set of no-gi kit in the bottom of my bag most of the time.
Yeah, why not?
Because
they take up next to no room.
yeah, and if I rock up to a double, because it has happened to me a lot where I rock up to the double and forget that the first class is no gi and I only have gi, so it's kind of annoying being the guy in the pants. Rah, rah. So I bring spare no gi. Man, I got so much small stuff. Okay,
So you have more than
yeah, bro, I got more. It's a big bag. That's why it's so big.
bro. You already have so much. I'm trying to think. You already have more stuff
Than you
than
do,
I put
yeah.
in my comp bag.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, my comp bag is even more.
Anyway, okay, go on.
Okay, so the antibacterial wipes I was talking about, I have like a container of antibacterial wipes. Now this one I got from JT. He's a big like fucking
Dude.
He's a big wipes guy.
JT. I don't know if it's some childhood trauma or some. JT finishes a session and he pretty much has a poor man shower.
Yeah.
Not poor man's because baby wipes are expensive.
Yeah.
But he's got like not even home brand, no frills baby wipes. Like he's got the proper, he has the same brand of baby wipes that I use to clean my son's butt. Right.
Man.
And he like has a shower with them. Like you see him out the back pretty much naked being like, oh, da, 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 da. He's like
With the
wiping
wipes.
his whole body down. And I'm like, bro.
Yeah, I got like tea tree oil, like antibacterial, like proper fucking Gucci.
Do you use them?
Yeah. I look, to be honest, they were sitting unopened in my bag for months before I used them because I forgot they were there. I'm like an out of sight, out of mind kind of guy.
Do you use them for what?
Yeah, so basically instead
you're
of
like, that's a good question, Adam.
That's a good question.
I don't know.
I use it to wipe down like my face. I actually used it in the comp because Gaspard, he was rolling against a guy in the semifinal who had like longer nails and like, scratched all his face up and shit. And this guy was a grub, man. It was anyway, story for another day. And he had like blood marks all over him. And so he wanted
You're like, bro, I got just the thing.
he wanted a tissue. I'm like, just hold there. I ran up to my bag, pulled out some wipes, came back. Here's some tea tree oil, antibacterial.
And he was like,
it probably burned his face, but it was good for him. So yeah, it did come in handy. So
oh, well, there you go.
bruh. And I use it to clean my helmet. Okay, what else do I have in my bag? It goes on. I also have what I recommend everyone have in their gym bag, my notebook and my pen.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Yeah. It's not something I carry anymore, but yeah, for sure. And even when I was in the note-taking phase, and I still do take notes, but they're so sporadic that I don't really like taking notes on my phone. I like the
Physical
the
copy.
more sort of
10 times
hands-on tactile feeling of actually writing with a pen or a pencil or whatever. But because I don't take as many notes nowadays, I just do it on my phone. But I also know people who go, why would I write it on a pen and paper? Bro, I can do all this on a phone. Some people are really good at that. But yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I'm on
definitely.
board with that's so far there's a couple of your ones that I'm definitely, 100% have that in your bag.
Yep.
And then other ones I'm like, take it or leave it.
Bro.
Notebook for sure.
I mean, I could get rid of half the shit in my bag that I kind of like. It's good to have when you need it, but it's like the amount of times that you need it, it's few and far between.
Dude, you have stuff in your bag that like me saying like, dude, like you're going to be thanking me when you need a screwdriver. How often? But bro, when you do,
That brings me to my next
when
thing.
you need when you need a 5/8 socket wrench, you're going to be thanking me.
Yeah.
Okay, go on. I can tell there's more. What else do you have?
I have a spare dry bag, which is a smaller one. I'm not kidding.
What?
Yeah,
what? In case you forget your other dry bag.
Correct.
Dude.
Yes, bro. And it's actually like a little like backpack. It's one of those string bags.
Yeah.
Doubles up as a backpack. So I have one of those in there as well.
Like the spare no-gi, I'm like, yeah, cool, because you're going to train. You don't want to then be like, fuck.
Yeah.
You know, like, come to think of having spare no-gi, if you're going to have spare anything, just have some spare undies in your bag.
Well, funny
you should
mention
add that that's already on the list.
No, it's not. It's not in my
Bro,
list.
have that. You know, actually, it depends
you
on the
shit yourself?
individual. In case. No, it depends on the individual. So this might be more specific to me, maybe. So I guess not to go, well, I don't think it's that much detail, but anyway, like the dudes would know that you need to wear proper like training underwear. I don't know what the correct term would be. You wouldn't call them briefs. You would call, I don't know. For me,
I think they're called boylongs.
Boylongs, is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Think about what some MMA fighters wear. Like think of what Shogun
Like
Hua
spandex
would wear.
style. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Similar to how girls need a good like sports bra to do exercise usually.
Yep.
Guys do too, right?
Yep.
Not a sports bra.
Well, it depends on how big your titties are.
Right. But for me, like in my day-to-day life, if I'm not training, I actually find that underwear super uncomfortable.
Really?
I wear boxers. All right. So then
I'm a breast guy, man.
Yes.
I'm like those. I wear those sports.
So
underwear.
some people would wear
Always.
sports underwear always.
Always, yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So for me, like if all of a sudden I'm, if shit goes down on the street, bro, I'm screwed because I'm in boxes. Like I'm not ready at the drop of a hat.
Oh,
so
man.
I kind of need, for example, yesterday I walked out the door and was on the way to the gym and I was like, oh, fuck. I was still wearing boxers.
I'm not wearing underwear.
Yeah,
Like legit.
well,
Wow.
pretty much. So I had to. So
Gross.
for someone like me, definitely having a spare pair of underwear would be valuable.
Yeah. Well, there's more.
And yeah, sometimes I shit myself. But
A lot of the time at the bottom of the bag, I also have spare plastic bags.
bro,
There's only one. Come on, man. All right. So I got two dry bags and a plastic bag, okay? Just in case. Just in case I need to separate the whites from the colors. I also have, I just remembered, I have a toothbrush and toothpaste.
fuck. And in case my dry bags and plastic bags go missing, I've got a roll of cling wrap.
Bro, I actually do have the toothbrush and toothpaste. I have like a little toiletries bag, which is all with all this kit in there. In there as well, I've got Panadol. I've got antihistamine. Fuck, there was something else I have in there too. I can't remember now, but I just thought of it before it will come to me. But yeah, I've got a lot of shit.
Tweezers.
Yeah, I've got tweezers. Yeah, I got tweezers. Like that's in the nail kit, bro. So it's not just nail clippers; it's a nail kit.
Oh, my
There's
God.
nail clippers, tweezers, a little pair of scissors, and-
Blackhead remover.
Yeah, bro. Some tongs.
Yeah.
Just as impromptu barbecue.
You know what I love about tongs?
What's that?
Don't you reckon? When you think about next time you use a pair of tongs,
Yeah.
I guarantee you before you use them, you're like ching ching. make
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
they
100%.
work.
Ding, ding, ding.
Just check they still work.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, yeah. So I'm not even kidding.
So I'm not that against the toothbrush and toothpaste
Mm.
because most people aren't, but some people are way more dental hygienic in the sense that they'll, after every meal, brush their teeth, which like dentists will tell you to do that.
Yeah, I don't do it every meal. I brush, twice a day, floss,
But I mean, that's more something that I would think that's valuable to have in
Yeah.
your bag.
Yeah.
Do you need it in your gym bag? Not at all.
Well, it's in there. And I think that one went in there because I have breath mints as well. Like I have Eclipse mints.
Yeah.
I don't know, you keep those at the gym and I steal those all the time as well.
Yeah, I keep them at the gym because, like, if you're teaching multiple classes
Yeah.
back to back, or sometimes you might have a coffee and then jump
Yeah.
straight on the mat.
You don't want stinky breath. And Sophia, a training partner of ours, once told me was like, fuck, you stink. Like your breath smells really bad. And I had Eclipse mints that
And you were
day.
like,
and I was like, what the fuck?
Look,
Like-
baby, I got just the thing for you.
Yeah, here's a toothbrush. Yeah, so now I have a toothbrush in my bag. And I also have deodorant. I have a spare deodorant in there
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
And
Good
that's-
call.
I think that might be everything. That's a lot of shit, man. I've got
It's
of
quite
shit.
a lot of shit. Like,
It's a heavy bag, man.
yeah, I saw you put it on last night.
It's
You
fucking
almost, you
huge,
almost
man.
fell over backwards.
Yeah, bro, it's a big bag.
If I was to think what are the things that are mandatory,
Mm,
of course, your training gear,
mm.
a plastic bag. That's about it.
Well, you like the nail clipper
The
one.
nail clippers are
Yeah.
great, and deodorant's great to
Yeah.
have. That's about it.
Yeah, bro, I'm fucking
I have
ready.
a very minimal. Like I said, I've stopped even carrying a bag.
I'm a Boy Scout, bro. I'm fucking ready to go. I'm locked and loaded.
Yeah, I feel like
A lot of these ideas I got from Joey and JT.
so much shit
Yeah,
to
bro.
carry around.
Yeah.
Man. Like I get it. Oh, you'll thank me when you need it. But yeah, bro, I'm barely gonna need it.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff I could probably get rid of, but I'm not going to because I built. a
Oh,
habit
and you
now.
had your mouth guards. So
Yeah.
for people who wear,
Yeah.
mouth guards, it stress me out a bit.
No, I got
You know,
mouth
when
guard
people
now.
like as well, like don't wash their mouth guard and just like chuck it back
the
in
best
their
way to
bag.
wash, if you're thinking
Gross.
about how to clean it, use a toothbrush and soap, like an old toothbrush.
Oh, and I hate
soap.
it. You know what? Like I find real gross is like when
Detergent.
no detergent. I don't find that gross. Detergent's cool. Clean shit. You know when like you. Oh, I don't even want to. Actually, it actually really grosses me out now.
No,
that
go
I'm
on.
having to explain it.
Go on.
Nah. Oh
No,
okay.
you have to. You're leaving everyone hanging. Now
Dude, I hate it when people, you're like, I don't know, maybe it's not mid-roll, but in between rounds and you're talking to someone and they've got a mouth guard or whatever and like they take it out and go,
Yeah, you have to, dude. You have to.
no, just
You don't
fuck off.
understand.
Then
You
you
have
don't.
to
Then
do
you
that.
don't get to take it out to the end of class. I find it so, dude.
Bro, if you don't do that, you're gonna have like a string.
Oh, dude,
like, 'cause
don't
it
even.
pulls on
I don't
the
know
bottom.
why I find this so gross.
you don't
but
go-
I don't even.
You have to do it.
Don't
I'm
even,
sorry.
That's it.
I'm sorry, but we have to do
I'm gonna
that.
put a new policy in the gym. Paint the rule on the wall. No mouth guard slurping or something. Fuck. I don't know
I'm
why I
sorry,
found
bro.
it.
It
I
has
find
to
it
be
so
done.
gross.
It has to
Just
be done.
don't.
I
Just,
do it.
I would just prefer for me to not be able to understand what you're saying. Fuck.
That's fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, and that. And
Yeah.
then, oh, it's so.
Wash
gross.
your mouth guards, guys. Use just dish soap.
Um.
Ugh.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna leave on that. I'm actually super grossed out. I'm gonna look.
You're gonna leave.
That's
like
it.
literally walk out.
Next time you slurp your mouth guard, I'm just gonna be like pew, and flip a nail clip.
You would. You're fucking grubby. Grubber.
You're calling me a grub and you're slurping your
Yeah,
fucking
bro.
slurry shit over there.
Slippy, sloppy butts.
Guys, if I actually want to hear if people have something that they're like, you should have this in your gym bag, or I put this in my gym bag. I reckon there would be definitely things that we wouldn't have. You could imagine there'd be female hygiene products that chicks would probably be like, oh, I always have this in my gym bag.
Yep.
You're looking at me as
No,
if
no.
like,
I just find it funny that you're like, of course, chicks would have the tampons.
Well, I wasn't. No, but I didn't
Yeah.
put this there. But in the bathroom downstairs at the gym, someone, I assume a chick,
Left
has,
tampons.
yeah, they've left like down in the bathroom,
that's nice of them.
like tampons and pads and
Yeah.
hair ties
that's nice,
and
yeah.
bobby pins and shit like that. I've actually always kept hair ties at the gym. Funnily enough, we have a lot of like girls and guys with long hair at the gym. But yeah, so I didn't put them there, but some, I assume, chick. It would be weird if one of the dudes at the gym was like, I'm just going to buy some tampons. I'll just leave them there.
Just an
case.
assortment.
Yeah.
Just being a good bloke.
Yeah. So I imagine girls would be like, yeah, you got to have these in your bag.
I'm
But
sure.
I think
yeah.
as well, just the nature of the stereotypical girls with handbags and stuff, they're used to carrying around more stuff than dudes. I think that, I mean,
I'm sure they
kind of talking on the stereotype, but yeah. Anyway, if there's something that you think should have in your bag, right, or that you shouldn't have in your bag, like maybe you don't need that toothbrush, maybe you don't need 2 dry bags and a plastic bag.
Well, it's come in handy.
You're probably like, man, I've got a poncho in there in case it's raining.
No, I don't know.
Right?
I do have a small umbrella.
Do you? I have a hat just in case,
You get sunny sunscreen.
Yeah.
Slip, slop, slap.
Yeah, in case the roof collapses and it's sunny out, sunscreen in there.
A jackhammer.
Yeah, if you need that socket wrench, bro, I got you covered.
Yeah, very.
But guys, if you want to hear more, you know where to find us. Instagram, @BeyondJiu_podcast. We've got our Patreon there, our link tree there. Man, so close. Episode 100. I believe in the next coming episodes, we're having a guest back on, which we haven't had a guest for a while.
Yes, we do have a guest.
So that should be cool. Do you want to tell people who it is or no? We'll wait.
We'll save it.
You'll wait. You'll see. We'll have a guest on. And yeah, guys, thanks so much. Again, we said on the last episode, thanks for coming up and saying hello at the competition.
Yeah.
Feel free to do that. We're just 2 schmucks anyway, so we're nobodies.
And if you are in Sydney and a lot
I'll
of people...
come up to you and say hello.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Adam, Beyond Jiu-Jitsu Podcast.
Here's my card. And a lot of people express interest to come and train at the gym. So please.
More than welcome.
Please come.
Yeah, guys, thanks for listening, and we will catch you on the flip side.
See ya.